Right guys, today we're going to take a look at finds that you may possibly find and should expect to find on your first time metal detecting. So, without further ado, in the first tin we have toy guns. Find all sorts of toy guns, all different kinds. I love finding them. They're one of my favourite. Along with the toy guns you'll find lots of toy gun parts, especially triggers, trigger mechanisms, trigger guards for the shotguns, loads of bits like that. Mobile phones is another one. And yeah, I didn't expect this. I heard people found keys, but just all the house keys that you find. Lots, man. All this that you see today here all comes from one woodland. You've got all sorts. The old lighters, bits of machinery. Buckles is another one. Lots of different kinds of buckles. Bag buckles, belt buckles, horse strap buckles. You often find the odd lure, some long grass. Yeah, find them. They're more common occurrence to come across, apart from the usual like scrap. I have a big scrap bin there, and it's full of pipes, lead chunks of lead pipes, copper pipes. Lots of brass fitments for pipes. This is some of the lead. I've already melted this down and sand casted a lot of stuff. Was going to make coins with like my channel logo, and any place I detected and cleaned out I would leave this behind. The unfortunate detectors that came along behind an empty patch would be a bit interested in trying to research on his little relic that he found. But yeah, just lots of something to do on a rainy day with all the scrap that you have. I do keep the copper and the brass, mainly probably just to scrap it in. May as well get some money and some return back on the stuff that takes a long time to dig up sometimes. Now for other relics, the best gun that I've found so far, little Derringer. I'll have this thing cleaned up and looking good. This is a harmonica reed, usually found in a lot more chewed up condition. Got another one here. This is it. This is how you usually find them, all rotten up. Other various relics that people have left. Looks like it's out an old picture frame, gold plated. This here we have crumbling apart, but pen knives. Seem to find them in the woods, not a problem. The woods I had was a military place. It was used in World War II, but it was also used in World War I. Now that I've found out, because I was finding military badges from the artillery in World War I. It's another good find to come across. Bits of bomb. Lots of big bits of bomb. Imagine that tearing through you at 1,000 miles an hour. Red hot. Nasty. And bullets. Find bullets. Big bullets. Big live bullets. Some of the buckles you find, like the ones that go across your shoe on the front of your foot, them, and ones with lots of detail. So they're quite cool to find, pulling the odd one out. You find little medallions. Don't know if it's keychains. Find marbles now and then next to the holes you're digging. What a white one. But yeah, starting to get a collection of them out of just digging holes, finding metal targets, and all of a sudden you see the marble when you dig it up. Yeah, that's that stuff. Now we do find a lot of coins, which in my case I separate all the older coinage to get the pure copper coins separate. Keep them separate. They're unreadable. The copper coins that are unreadable I keep. All the other coinage that's up to date gets separated and goes into a Coinstar machine. Now, any coins of mine that are like about 100 years old and just slightly older, if they're not in perfect readable condition when I pull them out of the ground, they just get left in the condition they're in and put into this jar. So I have Victoria coins, George coins, Edward coins, you know, you name it. Barely any Elizabeth, but hundreds. Remember, this is 3 months in the same woodland. Only the same woodland. A little tiny patch. I have loads. And this has only been in a 3 month period. I've got half crowns in here, big fancy half crown coins. We've got threepenny bits, half pennies. We got ship half pennies. We got lots. Old 1 pennies. Got a couple of there's the little ones with the birds on the back, the little tiny ones. Farthing, a couple of them in there. But these are really old, and like, even if you were to clean some of these up, it'd take a lot of cleaning. Maybe a sonic cleaner would be better. So till I end up with something like that, I'll just have a big collection of coins, all green and all sorts of colours. So yeah, some of these coins date back about up to 120 years ago. So they just get kept in a jar. They're not really important to me. You might be different, they might be exactly what you're looking for, and you may be only metal detecting just to find the coins. Well, good on you, because you'll find them just as much as you find the trash, which is quite a lot. But yeah, well-known parks that have been used for long years, like a big amount of years, maybe every summer. Park might get used for a festival or something. If you can get permission to get in there and detect, I guarantee you're going to be raking coins out. Sometimes it gets boring not being able to move from a 10-foot spot just because you're repeatedly picking up more targets. But it bores me, especially when it's these kind of coins, like up to 120 years old. Unless, of course, it's the fancy ones. Now, I had a box here. This was just like up-to-date shinies. I'm a bit of a magpie. I'm a sucker for anything that comes out the ground shiny. Now, these are the old 10 pences, big, chunky 10 pence coins. Lots of them. 2 shilling coins. We still used them as 10 pences when we were younger. But yeah, just modern coinage, like it's a George V, I think. George V coin. Sometimes I take the coins and I drill a hole through the middle, put a bolt through it, put a nut on to tighten it on, hold the bolt, and just tap away at the edge of the coin while turning the bolt, and you eventually end up with a nice ring. This is just a practice one on a nickel one, but you get a silver coin and do that, you got yourself a silver ring. Yeah, I have other denominations. I do have like big 50 pence pieces from years ago. I just 6 pences from when they didn't have the silver in them, 1 shilling, just all sorts of different coins. You can expect to find all sorts of badges. I've got Ulster badges, Scotland badges, air raid police or prevention badges, bomber badges, stagecoach, prefect. This is a cycling proficiency medallion from the 60s that the kids used to get when they passed. Another Ulster badge. Where I am had a big influx of the Irish, so that's why that's here. Cufflink was gold plated. Bullet shells. Some King George thing, I'm not sure what this is. And we got a Glasgow official tram button from a tram uniform, a uniform of a tram driver. You can expect to find lead toys like lead soldiers and all the rest of it. This was my first button, was a lead button. Never seen one before. Really cool and white, really heavy. Heavier than my little trade weight here. Half-ounce trade weight. That's another find. Find things like bag seals, and you've got things like jewellery and different things that you can find. That was just that tub. This is my goodie tub over here. This is where I keep most of my shinies. Now, along the top of this tray we have King George sixpences, silver sixpences, silver 3p. Pound coins, keeping the ones with all the different backgrounds since they're going to be stopping the circle pound coins. But yeah, all the different money here. You got like the more modern halfpenny, the non-silver sixpence, the threepenny bit, an American 73D 1 cent, a Roosevelt dime, a Euro cent, and other sixpences that were nickel and not silver. Got other various bits of jewellery I've found. It's like 10k gold with onyx stone, front of a locket made of sterling silver with some kind of precious stone inside. Another gold peace symbol with stones in it. This here came off the end of an apostle's spoon. He's a cool little guy. But yeah, I bent the spoon to see if it would bend and it snapped off, so hey, I melted the spoon down with the rest of my silver, which I can show you right now. This here is all my silver. This still has gold all the way through it, but yeah, big lumps of silver. Everything I melted down. Big heavy chunk. We'll be making our own bars. So yeah, as we take these out, we got other denominations. We got, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a big King George florin. Big silver coin. It's a beauty. I found that. And this one here in the same hole. Queen Victoria. And that's a florin also. It's pure silver. And a 1 krona from Sweden, but you can tell it's been used as a necklace because it's got the hole through it. So yeah. A couple of fake gold coins that got my heart going. And some bigger silver as well. Do have another big silver half crown. Needs a clean. More denominations of crowns, half crowns, pennies, all the other British money that's out of circulation now. These are just collector's coins with the pictures on them, but I did find one with a Scout's badge, so I'm keeping any coins I find with the pictures on them. Yeah, various bits of jewellery. Silver gun, was gold plated. Did have diamonds in it, they fell out from getting home, but another one that seemed like costume jewellery, that can get you sometimes. This camera's not doing this justice, it's got really nice blue and red and white stones in it. But yeah, that was a beauty when I found that. Thought that was something special. And a Gibraltar £1 coin. That was really wicked George and the Dragon sign on the back. Found that and I could have swore that was a big gold sovereign. It was not to be. Also find rings for jewellery. This is an Italian poison ring. It just pops open there. Poison goes in. It's made of a really fine detail around there, but come out there like a salt and pepper shaker. Yeah, it's the things you can expect to find straight off the bat. People put rings and stuff onto necklaces that get caught on branches in the trees. Now this thing here could be a very, very old item. Got a second to focus. There we go. If you see that, that's a knight with a bit of plumage coming down the back of his helmet and his big sabre sword at that side. Now, everywhere online states anything with George and the Dragon with S. Georgius Eptium S. Georgius Eptium Patronus around the edge. Any reference to this had a picture of people on a boat on the other side to give them good luck on the boat journey, but there's no reference to it having that knight on the back with his big sabre sword. Really cool. So yeah, I need to get that checked out. But yeah, that's what you can expect to find. We've also cashed in on about just shy of £50 in coins, like clad coins, just normal money that's been able to be put through a Coinstar machine. We're at £47 odds, so in a 3-month period, that's not too bad. That's just the unexpected finds when you're digging them up and you're like, oh, not another 2p and another. By the end of the day you got 20 odd 2p, which with the Acro International UK seems to always be the 1980s, like the solid copper version. But that's because I use some discrimination, so the newer ones that are made of like iron and stuff, the iron center in them with a core, yeah, they'll not get picked up with my detector so easily. But yeah guys, that's what you can expect to find. Lots of brass, copper and lead scrap, which can give you a bit of cash in return as well. Umpteen bits of jewellery, lots of things like guns, knives, bits of bomb. Cool stuff, lots of artifacts, badges, labels, just other things like eating containers, drinking juice containers that you remember from when you were really, really young. You find a lot of that kind of stuff. Another thing is relics like this. To me it looks like one of those little old hand stampers you would see in an office. Made out of solid lead, I think, with a brass fitment on the top that screws down on that threaded pole. Something goes in the bottom. Has 1899, and on this side it says Sill with a dot above it and then town. I've seen another detector with this, Treasure Hunting Scotland Mark. He's found two. One of them had a bit of black stuff coming out it down to about here, quite long. I mean, if it was like a stamp like I thought, I'd expect maybe rubber down to about there, but not a big piece down to here. So still not sure what this is. Solid block, quite heavy, very, very hard. Is made of lead though. Don't have a clue what it is. But that's the name of the game, when you find stuff and you're like, oh yes, you get back and you can't find what it is. But anyway guys, I'll wrap it up here. was just a quick video to let you see exactly what you can really expect to find when you go out metal detecting. Some of those coins can be worth a lot of money. It just takes you to find one coin. That's all it is. One coin that nobody can find. Anyway guys, until then, ciao for now.